Hey guys, and welcome back to another video with me, TFC. Today we're looking at one of the latest updates from LCQ Studios with Motocross Chasing the Dream. I wanted to make a vid of the last update, but the new one came out so quick I didn't really get a chance, so I'm taking the chance now while this one's nice and fresh. And first off, hopefully you guys have had a chance to check it out, and I hope you're trying it out with an open mind, and I hope you're enjoying it and enjoying trying to get used to it as much as I did. So one of the most welcome updates is the way that we can now map controls. So go ahead and sort yourselves out with a setup that's similar to what you use in other motocross games, and I promise it will make it feel 10 times more comfortable while you're trying to get used to it. So let's take a look at the changelog over the last two updates. The important fixes are the following. We've got reduced rear wheel slip limit, steering speed increase, lean speed increase proportional to the steering speed. We've got gas and brake gyro update, split brake mapping options, more uniform bike acceleration, and they've fixed the rear wheel bug when crashing, as in when you land too much on the rear end you would crash without a choice. So on top of all that stuff, which makes the game feel way more comfortable, they've also given us a bunch of test environments to play with, which is obviously really welcome. And these tracks are pretty sick. So I'm checking out the Canyon Trail, the Playground and the Supercross track in this video. And I've played the straight rhythm in the last update, and maybe I'll get some video of that later. So this update is really solid. I'm really liking how much more stable and manageable the bike already feels with the new fixes, especially the rear wheel slip, steering speed, the more uniform acceleration, and the gyro effects. And from an annoyance point of view, that rear wheel crash fix is really welcome, as before if you landed back wheel heavy you had no chance. So great job with this to all involved. Now, I spent a while playing this update before recording some footage, as I did the last time, and I gotta say, these tracks flow so nicely when you get into a rhythm. Wishlist wise, I'd love to feel like the bike was in the dirt more, rather than the feeling like you're on top of it like a concrete skate park. But let's be honest, that's moto games in general. Hopefully something that's going to come at some point, or at least maybe it's on the list. Either way, same as before, I have moments where I hit a pre-made rut and it just feels right, and I really want that feeling everywhere. I also absolutely love the exploration parts on the Canyon motocross track. I don't know if any of you remember, but this reminds me of old school sandbox motocross games, and it also reminds me of a Motocross Madness 2 track called Urban Jungle. Man, I loved exploring that map with friends online. Up and down the streets, freestyle ramps, trying to get up wooden ramps, inside and over buildings, on the MSN gaming zone, early 2000s. Man, that was so good. Those were the days. Now you guys might be thinking I'm a bit special for this one, but here goes. The one thing I'd absolutely love, considering it has such arcade feels, is an auto gearbox option. Now hear me out, I can already see the comments section lighting me up. We had auto gearbox games forever, and it gives you a chance to really enjoy the riding and exploration aspect when you don't have to think about what gear to be in all the time. And in time, when people get used to the tracks or the game in general and want a more hardcore experience, they could pick manual. I'm fully manual in MX bikes and car sims, but this just doesn't feel right sometimes. Now I'm not saying I want a WFO game where you can hit everything perfect full throttle, but I feel like managing the gears might be overcomplicating my experience, especially in the first kind of 5 hours of gameplay. Now this might be true for some people and not others, and I'm absolutely fine to include myself in the first category of children that like arcade MX games with auto gears. So talking about shifting leads me on to the Supercross track, and I absolutely love it. It's great, it's a good little layout, and when you hit a rhythm properly it feels spot on, but there's times where you need third for a triple out and you bog, or you can't change out of second quick enough, and this is probably going to change with the tuning of the physics and the engine anyway, but that's just a right now observation. Now downside, it feels like the Dragon's Back doesn't have enough peak at the end, so it's hard to make it, which kind of makes entering the next rhythm section quite tricky, but when you do make it, it feels amazing and you can do the whole thing. Anyway, absolutely solid update, I think. The Canyon track has some good creativity. The playground is so much fun with things like the freestyle jumps, the hard enduro, you know, the hip jumps, all that kind of stuff. It's really starting to come together. So please go and give this a go. If you want to see more gameplay of Chasing the Dream, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see and I'll try and sort it out. So that's it from me. If you haven't already, go download it, give it a try. And if you think it's got potential, please support this game and go buy it. I know I'll be doing that once payday rolls around. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Wow.